It began as a dream whispered among scientists and engineers. What if we could reach out? What if we could send a piece of ourselves, a messenger, into the great dark ocean of space? In the summer of 1977, that dream took flight. NASA launched a probe, a small, unassuming craft named Voyager 2. It was not just a machine of metal and wires, it was a bottle carrying a message, a time capsule of humanity. On board, it carried a golden record, a collection of sounds and images from our world, the greetings of our languages, the music of our greatest composers, the laughter of a child. It was our hello to the cosmos, a greeting card sent to any traveler who might find it, billions of years from now. Voyager 2 was never meant to last this long. Its primary mission was a grand tour of the outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. It gave us our first close-up portraits of these distant worlds. It revealed volcanic moons. It revealed swirling storms larger than our own planet. It revealed rings of ice and dust more intricate than we had ever imagined. It was a pioneer, an explorer in the truest sense of the word. It pushed the boundaries of our knowledge, expanding our map of the solar system with every photograph, with every stream of data it sent hurtling back to Earth. It did its job, and then it did more. After its planetary waltz, Voyager 2 kept going. It sailed onward toward the edge of our sun's influence, the space between the stars. For decades, it was a faint but steady voice in the darkness. It told us about the solar wind, the charged particles streaming from our star. It measured the magnetic fields that form a protective bubble around our little corner of the galaxy. It became our most distant emissary, a silent sentinel crossing into the vast, unknown territory of interstellar space. Its journey was a testament to human ingenuity, a small plutonium-powered machine, continuing its voyage long after its creators had grown old, long after the world it left behind had changed in countless ways. And so we listened. For nearly half a century, we tracked its faint signal, a whisper across billions of miles. It was a connection, a reminder that a part of us was out there, venturing into the profound emptiness. We knew its power was fading. The plutonium that had fueled its journey for so long was decaying, its energy slowly waning like a dying ember. The scientists who had built it were retiring, passing the torch to a new generation. We knew, one day, the line would go silent. The whisper would cease. The connection would be lost forever. We thought we were prepared for that silence. We were not. We were not prepared for how it would end. The day came, as we always knew it would, August 22nd, 2025. It happened without fanfare. It was not a sudden explosion or a catastrophic failure. It was simply silence. The steady stream of data from Voyager 2. The faint carrier wave that had been a constant presence in the background noise of our deep space network vanished. At first there was no panic, just procedure. Check the arrays, recalibrate the antennas, account for solar flares, atmospheric interference. Space is a noisy place. Signals can get lost. Engineers at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory worked diligently, their faces illuminated by the glow of monitors displaying nothing but static. Hours turned into days. The silence stretched on. It became a palpable thing, an absence heavier than any sound. The world's media began to take notice. Headlines speculated. Micrometeoroid strike, aging systems failing. It was a somber moment. We were mourning a machine, but it was more than a machine. Our longest-serving explorer, a piece of our collective soul, adrift in interstellar dark. We held a kind of vigil. We kept listening, hoping for a final, faint cry. A last gasp from our old friend. The void offered nothing. The silence was absolute, but the universe had one last surprise. As teams prepared to declare the mission lost, something happened. A blip, a flicker on a screen in a darkened control room. So faint, so fleeting, it was almost dismissed as error. But one young technician, unwilling to give up, isolated the signal. It wasn't just noise, it was structured. Weak, distorted, barely there. But it was a signal. It was Voyager 2. Using the very last of its power, a final, desperate surge to send one more message, one last transmission across unimaginable distance. And we had caught it. When the message was finally decoded, it was not what anyone expected. The final transmission from Voyager 2 was a recording. It was a recording of itself. The probe had turned its sensors inward. The message was a diagnostic log, but a log unlike any other. It detailed with chilling precision the process of its own deconstruction. Something or someone was taking it apart, piece by piece. The data began with a sudden, massive energy surge detected near the spacecraft. Not an explosion, but a field of immense power that enveloped it completely. One by one, each scientific instrument was activated, probed, and its functions analysed by this unknown intelligence. After the instruments were analysed, the mysterious force turned its attention to the golden record. The final data packets showed the record being scanned, its contents accessed. The sounds of Earth, the music of Bach, the greetings in 55 languages. It was being read. The message from Voyager 2 was simple. It was telling us, someone found our bottle, someone opened it, and someone read our message. The implications of this final message sent a shockwave through the scientific community and soon the entire world. This was no longer a matter of abstract theory or statistical probability. This was proof. Hard data. We had reached out, and something had reached back. But the nature of that touch was deeply unsettling. The methodical, dispassionate analysis of our spacecraft felt less like a greeting and more like an assessment, an evaluation. We had announced our presence to the cosmos, and in return we had received a chillingly clear response. We see you. We know what you are, and we know where you are from. The message can be interpreted as a warning. Not a malicious one, perhaps, but a profound one nonetheless. Imagine a tribe living on an isolated island who one day decide to send a canoe out into the vast ocean. For years it drifts. Then, one day, the canoe returns, but it is not empty. It carries with it a modern GPS device. It carries a scientific calculator. It carries a detailed chemical analysis of the wood it was made from. The islanders would know without a doubt that a vastly more advanced civilization exists. They would also know that this civilization now knows about them. Their isolation, their innocence is over, forever. This is our new reality. We are that tribe. Voyager 2 was our canoe. The entity that encountered it possesses technology that is, to us, indistinguishable from magic. It can manipulate energy and matter in ways we can only dream of. It can cross interstellar distances and analyze complex technology with ease. The power imbalance is staggering. It is the kind of gap that exists between a human and an ant. We may be interesting. We may be a curiosity, but we are in the grand scheme of things fragile and primitive. The warning is not that they are coming to destroy us. The warning is that they can. This knowledge changes everything. Our place in the universe has been fundamentally redefined. We are no longer the lone intelligence in our cosmic neighborhood dreaming of others. We are now the known primitive. This forces us to look at ourselves through a new lens. Our conflicts, our divisions, our struggles for power and resources, they all seem terrifyingly small. The final message from Voyager 2 is a call for unity, born not of hope, but of necessity. It tells us that the greatest threat may not come from each other, but from the silent, watching eyes in the deep dark that we have just awakened. Please like and subscribe to Cosmic Discover.